In the bustling city of New York, Ken and Kate's relationship blossomed. A tale as old as time, a romance that sparkled amidst the city lights, filled with promise and dreams. Ken, a man of integrity and kindness, cherished Kate, treating her like the rarest diamond. He showered her with love and respect, his actions echoing the depth of his feelings. Their laughter painted the town, their shared dreams echoing off the city walls. However, beneath this veneer of happiness, a storm was brewing. Kate, despite being the recipient of Ken's unwavering affection, found herself straying from the path of loyalty. She danced with betrayal, her heart wandering into the arms of others, leaving Ken in a swirl of confusion and heartbreak. The pain of her infidelity was a sharp sting, a cruel twist in their seemingly perfect love story. Ken was a good man, a man who believed in love and commitment. He had given his all to Kate, believing in their shared future. But Kate's infidelity shattered his dreams, breaking his trust and leaving him to pick up the pieces of his broken heart. Yet, instead of letting the bitterness consume him, Ken chose a different path. He decided to use this heartbreak as a stepping stone, a catalyst for transformation. He believed in the power of resilience, in the ability to rise from the ashes of despair. Ken decided to leave his past behind, to step into a future that was uncertain but held the promise of new beginnings. He packed his heartache along with his dreams and embarked on a journey of self-discovery. A journey that would take him across oceans, through different time zones, and into a world of opportunities. As Ken discovered Kate's betrayal, he decided to leave his past behind and embark on a journey of self-discovery. His heart, though bruised, held a spark of hope, a hope that whispered of a future where success would be his sweetest revenge and love his ultimate reward. With a heavy heart, Ken boarded a plane, leaving the city of skyscrapers behind, and started his journey overseas. The taste of betrayal still fresh on his lips, he was determined to turn his life around, to transform his pain into a catalyst for success. As the jet engines roared to life, Ken found himself on a path of self-discovery. He was a man on a mission, exploring exotic locales, each a new chapter in the story of his life, from the vibrant bazaars of Istanbul to the serene canals of Venice, the ancient temples of Kyoto to the bustling streets of New York. Ken immersed himself in the diverse cultures of these cities, each one leaving an indelible imprint on his heart and mind. But this journey was not just about new sights and experiences. It was about growth, about resilience. Ken threw himself into his work, his passion fueling countless late nights and early mornings. He was relentless, his work ethic a testament to his resolve. He was no longer just Ken, the man betrayed by love. He was Ken, the trailblazer, the go-getter, the man who refused to be defined by his past. He worked tirelessly, building connections, forging alliances, and creating opportunities. His endeavors began to bear fruit, his success reflecting the hard work he had poured into his journey. As he climbed the ladder of success, he realized that he was not just accumulating wealth, but also experience, wisdom, and the respect of those around him. Ken's journey was a testament to the power of determination and resilience. He proved that a man could rise above the pain, use it as a stepping stone to success, and turn his life around. He demonstrated that with hard work, persistence, and a little bit of luck, anyone could rewrite their story. As the sun set, marking the end of another day, Ken found himself not only growing in wealth, but also in strength and wisdom. His journey was far from over, but he had come a long way from the heartbroken man who had boarded that plane. He had begun to heal, to rebuild, to grow, and he was just getting started. Meanwhile, Kate's life took a different turn in the city that never sleeps. As the neon lights of New York City painted the night, her life was splashed with colors of regret. The man she had once taken for granted, Ken, was now a distant memory, replaced by a series of failed relationships. Each one seemed to echo the same tune, a haunting melody of discontent and dissatisfaction. In the midst of her heartache, she found herself reflecting on the past. She remembered Ken's kindness, how he had always been there for her, supporting her dreams and ambitions. She remembered his unwavering loyalty, his steadfast love, and the way he would look at her as if she was the only woman in the world. It was a stark contrast to her current reality, and the comparison stung like salt in an open wound. As the years passed, she heard whispers of Ken's success. He had traveled overseas, worked tirelessly, and built a life of wealth and status. The news hit her like a punch in the gut. The man she had casually discarded was now a man of the world, a man who had achieved everything he set his mind to. The more she heard, the more the regret gnawed at her. She found herself longing for the life she could have had with Ken, a life filled with love and stability. She yearned for his presence, his reassuring words, and his unwavering love. But all she had were the echoes of what could have been, and the bitter taste of regret. When she discovered that Ken was about to marry his girlfriend of 2 years, Jessie, the woman who had stood by his side through thick and thin, her heart plummeted. She felt a sense of loss, a deep, hollow feeling that seemed to consume her from the inside out. In a cruel twist of fate, Kate found herself longing for the man she once betrayed. As Ken's life was ascending, he met Jessie in the beautiful city of Paris, a woman who would change his life forever. In the timeless city of love and lights, Ken and Jessie's paths crossed. It was at a quaint little cafe, nestled in the heart of the city, where they first locked eyes. Jessie, with her sharp intellect and nurturing spirit, was a breath of fresh air for Ken. She understood his dreams, his aspirations, and the toll his past had taken on him. Their connection was palpable and immediate. They found themselves lost in conversations that spanned the spectrum, from the trivial to the profound. Jessie became the confidant Ken didn't know he was seeking. She was the one who encouraged him to keep pursuing his dreams, to not let his past define him. She didn't just believe in his potential, she believed in him. Their shared values of honesty, loyalty, and hard work resonated with each other. Jessie was not just a romantic partner, but a companion, a friend, and a beacon of support. She stood by him, not for his wealth or status, but for the man he was and the man she knew he could be. As Ken's success grew, so did their love. They were each other's rock, each other's safe haven. Jessie was with him every step of the way, cheering him on, sharing in his triumphs, and comforting him in his struggles. Their bond was a testament to their love, a love that was built on mutual respect, trust, and unwavering support. In Jessie, Ken found more than a partner. He found a soulmate, a confidant, a cheerleader, and a friend. He found someone who loved him for who he was, not for what he could offer. Ken found in Jessie what he had missed in Kate, a partner who stood by him through thick and thin. Their love story was a testament to the fact that every end is a new beginning, a chance to find something or someone better. And Ken did find his better in Jessie. Upon discovering Ken's impending wedding, Kate was consumed by desperation, leading her down a path of destruction. Like a moth drawn to a flame, she was irresistibly drawn back to Ken, the man she had once so casually cast aside. But this wasn't the same Ken she remembered. This was a man sculpted by time, hardship, and determination. A man who had risen from the ashes of betrayal to become a phoenix of success. Kate, trapped in a cycle of failed relationships, was desperate to reclaim the love and security she once found in Ken's arms. She attempted to weave a web of manipulation around Ken, seeking to drive a wedge between him and his fiancée, Jessie. But Ken was no longer the naive young man she had once known. He was a fortress, unyielding and resolute. Ken saw through Kate's desperate attempts, her feigned innocence and crocodile tears. He recognized them for what they were, the last-ditch efforts of a woman drowning in her own regret. He was no longer a pawn in her game. He had become the player, and he was not about to let Kate's manipulative antics ruin the happiness he had found with Jessie. With a strength born of hard-earned wisdom, Ken put a stop to Kate's games. He confronted her, not with anger or spite, but with a calm resolve that left no room for argument. He made it clear that he was moving forward with Jessie, the woman who had stood by his side, supported him, and loved him for who he really was, not for what he had become. Ken, once the victim, had become the master of his own fate, leaving Kate to reflect on her choices. As Ken walked away, leaving Kate in the shadows of her own regret, he didn't look back. He had found his own path, a path of success and happiness, a path that had no room for the likes of Kate. He had taken control of his destiny, leaving Kate to reflect on the choices that had led her to this point. In a quaint chapel in Paris, Ken and Jessie vowed to spend their lives together, marking the beginning of their happily ever after. There was a light in Ken's eyes that shone brighter than the glistening chandeliers above. It was the light of love, success, and vindication. Ken, once a mere dreamer, had transformed into a man of substance and stature. He had journeyed across oceans, worked tirelessly, and conquered immense challenges. And now he stood victorious, not only in his professional life, but also in love. Jessie, his partner of 2 years, had been his rock. She was the beacon that guided him when he was lost, the anchor that held him steady in the tumultuous sea of life. She stood by his side, believed in him when no one else did, and loved him unconditionally. Their bond was not just a romantic connection. It was a partnership built on mutual respect, trust, and admiration. The city of love, Paris, bore witness to their love story. This was the city where they first met, at a quaint little cafe near the Seine. Ken, engrossed in a book, and Jessie, the barista, with a captivating smile. It was a chance encounter that blossomed into a beautiful relationship. And today they stood together in the heart of the city, promising to love and cherish each other forever. Ken's success was more than just a personal victory. It was his response to betrayal, his revenge against disrespect. He chose to rise above the negativity, to channel his energy into creating a life of value and meaning. His success was a testament to his resilience, his strength, and his indomitable spirit. As Ken left the chapel with Jessie, he looked back one last time, not with regret, but with the satisfaction of a life well lived. His gaze lingered for a moment, not on the past, but on the future. A future filled with love, joy, and endless possibilities. His story was a testament to the power of perseverance, the value of loyalty, and the sweet taste of success when it's earned with integrity and hard work. Left behind in the city of dreams, Kate was forced to confront the consequences of her actions. The vibrant lights of the city that once held promises of glamour now mocked her solitude. She was alone, left in the shadow of her own regret, a stark contrast to the life she once had with Ken. Ken, the man who had shown her nothing but kindness and love, the man she had taken for granted. He was more than just a boyfriend to her. He was her sanctuary, her support. But blinded by her own selfish desires, she failed to see the gem that was Ken. She chose fleeting moments over a lifetime of love and respect. And now Ken was gone, forever beyond her grasp. His success, a testament to his resilience, was now a constant reminder of what she had lost. He had risen like a phoenix from the ashes of betrayal, turning his pain into power, his heartbreak into triumph. He had become successful, not out of spite, but out of determination to prove to himself that he deserved better. Meanwhile, Kate was caught in a spiral of failed relationships, each one pushing her further into the abyss of regret. She yearned for Ken, for the stability he offered, for the love he had for her. But it was too late. Ken had moved on, found love in the arms of Jessie, the woman who stood by his side, supporting him in his journey. The news of Ken's impending nuptials was the final blow. She had lost him forever. No longer could she fool herself into believing that he would return to her. Her desperate attempts to come between Ken and Jessie had been in vain. Ken had put a stop to her games, leaving her in a chasm of regret. As Kate watched Ken's new life unfold, she was left to reflect on her choices and the life she could have had. The city of dreams had become a city of lost opportunities, a constant reminder of the love she had thrown away. Ken's journey had come full circle. He was no longer the man he once was, but a symbol of perseverance and success. In the span of 6 years, Ken had transformed his life. He had gone from being an ordinary man, betrayed and disrespected by his unfaithful girlfriend, Kate, to an extraordinary figure of success. But wealth was not his only triumph. Ken's journey was about more than just financial gain. It was about personal growth and finding happiness in the most unexpected places. Ken's success was a testament to his hard work, resilience, and determination. From the moment he stepped onto that plane heading overseas, he had one goal in mind: to build a life that was a reflection of his worth. And he did just that. He worked tirelessly, proving to himself and the world that he could rise from the ashes of betrayal and disrespect. But Ken's triumph was not merely about material wealth or status. His greatest victory was in love, in finding a partner who stood by his side, who supported him and believed in him. Jessie, his girlfriend of 2 years, had been that unwavering presence. Together they built a life of mutual respect, love, and shared dreams. Jessie was the embodiment of everything Kate was not. Where Kate had been unfaithful, Jessie was loyal. Where Kate had been selfish, Jessie was selfless. Their love story was a testament to Ken's transformation. It was a beautiful irony that the man who had once been so wronged in love was now the protagonist of a love story that was nothing short of extraordinary. When Kate tried to interfere, Ken put a stop to her games. He was a different man, stronger, wiser, and not willing to let anyone disrupt his peace. Ken had found his revenge not through vengeance, but through success and happiness. His story serves as a reminder that the best revenge is living well. Ken's triumph was a victory not just for him, but for everyone who has ever been wronged, disrespected, or betrayed. It was a story of hope, resilience, and the incredible power of personal transformation.